Hey guys, what's up? It's ShadowRaven Gaming here. And today I kind of thought I would talk to you guys a little bit. Kind of talk to you guys about something that's been on my heart for a little while. Nothing that's, for most people, normal people, that would be nothing serious. But to me, being a huge Nintendo fan, being a huge, just Nintendo fanboy, it's hit home, pretty much. I've known about this news topic for a pretty long time now. I would say near July. I might be wrong, but a pretty long time now. And it killed me when I first heard it. I'm just like, oh man, how could this happen? And it really hurt. But I kind of got over it, and I'm just like, well, I know why, but I can live. And if you guys know what I'm talking about the editing, and I mean not the editing, the stopping, just like the ceasing of the printing of Nintendo Power. And those of you who don't know what Nintendo Power is, it was magazines that were around that first published back in the 80s. They gave you like Nintendo tips and tricks about games. Look like this. This is what issue is this? January and February 2012. So this is Kid Icarus Uprising. And it started back in the 80s, and everybody loved Mario and all kinds of stuff. So Nintendo was the thriving thing, so they had a magazine, and they sold really good. People that played Nintendo games, or at least somewhere, maybe even a kid in the 80s who had a Nintendo, at least knew what Nintendo Power was. Big thing back then, you didn't have the internet, so it was something that was really big, and it was really important because you were able to be like, man, how am I going to beat this? And if you didn't have a subscription to Nintendo Power, you wouldn't know, so you have to go ask your friends and stuff. But most people knew what a Nintendo Power was. And I wasn't fortunate enough to be around during the 80s with the awesome NES and whatnot, but I was around to get a few copies of Nintendo Power. I don't have much anymore, but it's always had a place in my heart from the very first. And there's still something that I really like about Nintendo Power. I like Game Informer, I like Games Master, I like Retro Gamer. But Nintendo Power, me being a huge Nintendo fan, it gives me that just complete Nintendo stuff, not Call of Duty with it. So it gives me just all this Nintendo knowledge and cheat codes and what games are coming up, and they're awesome. But they're stopping printing in December 2012, the end of this year, and tomorrow's December 1st. So we're gonna have to count down till the last Nintendo Power issue. And it's something that's really, just something sad. And I know everybody goes through something like this. Something just stops. Something has to be like a show. Your favorite show is canceled. You feel sad about it because you loved all the memories you've had with it. And a bunch of people can agree with me. Nintendo Power is full of memories. It has so much stuff behind it that just I hate to see go. But the thing, I'm just going to get over the nostalgic factor. The thing that really got me was the cover. The cover, I don't know, it kind of choked me up a little bit. It kind of made me, my heart kind of sank a little bit. I don't know, it just gives you that little sadness, And for those of you who haven't seen the first cover of Nintendo Power, I'll leave links in the description. I'll leave captions beside which one's which too. Make sure you go check that out. The first cover, I'll give you a little second to look it up. Okay, and the first cover, it was like a little claymation Mario, a little clay figure Mario and stuff. And you see Mario, and he has jumping over on a Goomba. That cover is just notorious. It's something that everybody knew. Whoa, that's the first issue of Nintendo Power. Well, the ending is the claymation Mario. And it's just really, for people like me, that's just really something. That's really a way to go out. It's just a way to go out with a boom, Something just to go out, to be like, that's Nintendo Power right there. They started and they had a great run. And that's something that you can be happy about, Instead of being sad about Nintendo Power stopping, you can always think back to the time they had 25-year run. It's pretty amazing. And people bought them too. They were really selling. But the new cover was very reminiscent of the old cover. It was really nostalgic of the old cover, and it just really took it back home. It took it back to the first cover. And what I've seen, it says that it's going to have history of Nintendo Power. The entire issue is just history. So for most people that were older than myself and people that love it like myself, it's going to be really hard to read, because you'd be like, can't believe this is going to be the last Nintendo Power copy that I ever read again. That's going to be new, of course. You can still read your old ones. And it's just going to be sad, but at the same time, it's going to be happy because you can remember all those memories were great, and they had a great run. They taught me so much. They gave me so much to play for. I got stuck on that stage. Red Nintendo Power. I finally got it. I finally was able to get to the place to beat Mother Brain. I was finally able to beat Ganon. I was finally able to beat Bowser. Just because Nintendo Power was your friend. But if you didn't have a subscription, you were able to ask your friend who had Nintendo Power. It all helped back. Even to this day, it tells you about games that were coming up. It even came with posters. It came with some awesome things. And I really, really hate to see it go. It's going to be something that's going to be something to remember for a lifetime. Us retro gamers will remember forever. Even modern gamers, you're going to remember my very first Nintendo Power. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to get our last Nintendo Power, and we're going to look back, and it's just going to be over. And that's just going to be something that's going to be hard to deal with for me. I know I'm going to sound really dumb, but just think, it's going to be over. But at the same time, they had a great run. 25 years is a great run. And to be honest, I think that Nintendo Power is something that us gamers can always remember. And it's just going to be, it's the main sad thing here is people don't read magazines much anymore. I think the reason they're kind of stopping is probably because they're not getting enough money. People are going to digital. And Nintendo Power is obviously physical. So that's something that's going to be that's really sad about it. But overall, I'm just going to give praises to Nintendo on their entire 25-year run of Nintendo Power. And they're still going strong with games. Even back to the NES, now with the Wii, and now with the Wii U, the 3DS, they're still going strong. They innovate so much. Power Glove, one of the very first motion controlled controller, and I know it wasn't good, but it was innovative. The Wii, it was one of the greatest motion controls ever. So much to integrate. And I'm really going to hate to see it go, but let's look on the bright side here, guys. Nintendo is still going to be a great company. Nintendo Power is still going to be a great magazine, and overall, we're just going to get to have just great memories and great times of Nintendo Power. I hate to see it go, but I hope you guys pick up the last and final copy of Nintendo Power. So make sure you guys look at the covers, and I hope you guys get to just feel and be proud of what Nintendo has turned out to be and what Nintendo Power will end like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you pick up Nintendo Power. God bless and happy gaming.
Nintendo Power 12 times a year! 6 great issues plus 6 free strategy guides on a hot new game! That's twice the power for still $15! Wow, cool now!